So I got a gig coming up in a couple of weeks with a guy named Edwin McCain, and I'm going to learn a couple of his songs and chart them out. And I just kind of wanted to show how I chart songs. Like I use the Nashville system for charting songs, even though I don't generally do that in the number system. Sometimes I do, but in this case, I know what keys we're going to do the songs in. We're going to do them in the original keys. So I'm going to write them as letters, but I'm going to do it Nashville style. So I want to show you what that looks like and how it makes it so much easier to read charts on the gig. So I'm going to do these charts. I'm probably going to try and memorize the songs. So the charts are really just to help me kind of get my head wrapped around the arrangement of the song, kind of get me just more in the headspace of memorizing the song and seeing what the form looks like. If I see it on paper, I just tend to remember it better. So I'm just going to show you my process for that. And here we go. All right, so I'm going to start out with his song, I'll Be. This was a big hit back in the day, and I'm familiar with the song. I've heard this song before, but I don't really know how to play it, so here we go. So I'm just going to kind of figure out the basic chords of the song. I can kind of hear that first chord is a B chord of some sort. So it's kind of a B chord. It's got some open string kind of things in there. I'm going to figure out the voicings that I'm going to use later on. I hear that note in there. Maybe it's a... but it's B, essentially B to E. Also has that same. All right, so I'm going to do this Nashville style. And what I mean by that is I'm going to do it so that you can really tell what the bars are, like how long the chords last. So put an I here for intro, and this song's in 6, so I'm going E, 5, 6, E, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, E, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's the verse. The color them wonderful, stop me, steal my breath. And that sounds like a 5 chord F sharp and a 4 chord E, but with the thirds in the bass. So it's like F sharp with A sharp in the bass, and then E over G sharp. And since that is one measure, I'm going to underline that. So that way I know each of these chords is a full measure. And then these chords are basically half a measure each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, and I bet it's going to repeat that. Rose from mountains and thrust towards the sky, never revealing their depth. And tell me that we belong together, dress it out with the trappings of love. And that sounded like the same kind of climb. Half a bar of B, half a bar of the F sharp over A sharp. Then it goes down to the E over G sharp and back up to the F sharp over A sharp. And those are half measure each. B, F sharp over A sharp, E over G sharp, back up. What was that last chord here? Tell me that we belong together. Dress it out with the trappings of love. I'll be captain. sound like it's that, and the second time, the same thing. But then this F sharp just had the root in the bass. And then it sounded like it started again. And the last one sounded different.
The trappings of love, I'll be captivated. I'll hang from your lips instead of the gallows of heartache that hang from above. And I'll live instead of the gallows
Full measure,
of heartache that hang
full
from
measure.
above. And I'll be better when I'm older. I'll be the greatest man of your life. And rain falls.
All right, so I call this the little. So I got the C here for chorus. I'm calling M for mid-tro. That's kind of like the intro in the middle of the song. That was a full bar of each. All right, and then we're going to start verse 2. And I noticed there was a stop here, so I'm going to definitely make a note of that. So that's here. Yeah, so here we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to do this as a, we're at 6, 8. I should put that in here, even though I know that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That way I know that there's a stop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Angry on the tin roof as we lie awake in my bed. And you're my survival, you're my living proof. My love is alive and not dead. And tell me that we belong together. Dress it out with the trappings of love.
That's the same as this section.
I'll hang from your lips instead of the gallows of heartache that hang from above. I'll be your crying shoulder. I'll be a love suicide. And I'll be better when I'm older.
Okay.
I'll be.
Let's see what happens here. All right, so then we got this little, I'm just gonna write pre-chorus and chorus. Ordinarily I would probably write those again, but I'm just gonna write that, know that I need to go back up there. A true Nashville chart would read straight down. It would have all the chords to it, which I think is a really good idea, but in the interest of time, I'm just gonna do that. So then I'm gonna call this mid-tro 2, because it's a little bit different. And it sounds like it went to B and then had a little climb, B. So this B sounds like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 1. Put a little notation up here. B, B, C sharp, D sharp, C sharp, B, Or I could just do this. So that's my little melody there. I'll tighten that up, probably do it in octaves or something. And then this must go to a bridge. I went to the 6 chord, so G sharp minor, G 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Way back from the dead. Till then, until dawn, remember the thing that you said. Till dawn, remember the thing that you
And then that's a flat 7 to the 5. And I noticed there was a little, but I'm going to come back for that detail. This really is just a chord chart that helps me see exactly what's going on. I'm going to figure out these voicings that I want to do. I don't have to be exact like the record with the voicings, but I'm going to kind of figure out some cool voicings for those because there's some nice chords going on in it. Hey, Jess. Jesse. All right, sorry about that. My dog started barking here, so a little interruption. All right, so we're on the last chorus. I'm gonna go ahead and write it again.
The greatest fan of your life.
All right, so not quite sure what happened there at the end. I'm assuming that we will sort of fade it out or end it on maybe that little E over G sharp chord, or maybe with a big old B chord, big old 1 chord. Who knows what he'll want to do, but I'm just writing this again so that I don't have to search over here for the chorus. And again, underline those and on these, make sure I got everything right. And that looks like a good wrap. It's a good start to learning this song, learning the form of it. And then I will get into the details, and I may write the details in on this chart a little bit. Sometimes I write little rhythmic notations. Sometimes I write just the names of the notes. If there's like a particular melody that I need to play. But this will get me started. All right. Hope that's helpful.